I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. ...2021 Ford F-150.
Ecoboost Platinum without launch control. That's quick.
That's nice. Horsepower and torque.
400 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque from a 3.5 liter Ecoboost V6.
So previously we drove the Power Boost, which was the hybridized version. This is the normalized version.
Yeah, slightly less power, but really doesn't feel like it, especially the way that it delivers that power.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff is going to be very similar, but spending more time with it, I wanted to go over some of the things I love and don't love about this.
What do you love, first of all?
It's very comfortable.
It really is. The suspension's great.
Yeah, and then like the seats are great, interior, everything looks nice, and exterior wise, those headlights and the grille looks fantastic. The Raptor version of this looks awesome, and then with this Photoshop job I did making the Raptor grille even bigger, it's going to look even better when someone does that in real life.
Yeah, and since our last F-150 video, the Raptor came out, so we actually didn't know what it looked like, and I think they did a really good job on the front end of it.
Yeah.
Overall, the whole thing.
And shout out to the designer of the Raptor, Tom. I was talking with him on LinkedIn, and I asked him about fake Raptor grills coming up, and he said he specifically designed things in different dimensions, so it's harder for them to make a fake Raptor grill for non-Raptor F-150s this gen.
Thank you, Tom.
Hero, true hero.
Yes, definitely. The only thing I am disappointed about is that it doesn't have a V8, but that's coming in the Raptor R, so anyways.
Is that confirmed, or do we just say
No,
that?
that's 100% confirmed.
Okay, so I forget. There's so many things that are F-22 inspired and everything. I don't know. And then as for conveniences, I had to load my Prowler wheels into the truck bed, and then I remembered, I'm like, oh, I got a step I can step into. That was nice to actually use that. And
Oh, it actually works on this one, unlike my old Raptor.
Because yours is all rusted up.
Yes.
And then when I needed to close the tailgate, it was like power close. I'm like, I forgot about this. It was just like so many nice little things that made my life easier.
That's good.
And then I forgot to put it down, and I pushed the button here, and it closed it on its own too.
Damn, bro. Like that's convenient.
And then the last thing is when I have my Apple CarPlay up on the little screen on the right to the right of it, I've got my Sirius XM satellite radio, which has my rewinding right there as well. So with this tuning knob and everything, I can use Google Maps, rewinding, and go through stations. It's great. Okay, now for things I don't like. If I'm rewinding satellite radio stations, say I'm going back, vibing on a song, like I was doing Blink-182 rock show today, and then I got a text message from you. Cool, Apple CarPlay, read the text message, click X, and then it went back to live. It doesn't hold you where you were on your time shift when you get a notification.
Yuri said have fun not listening to DeBaby after you read this message. Would you like to reply?
No.
Okay, no other messages.
Yeah, so I tried that to verify that, and sure enough, it does that.
That's like a huge glitch.
Yeah, that is weird.
Because like, you know what I mean? I'm going to avoid a text if like there's a good song on because I want to make sure it goes to the end of it or something.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yuri said ha 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 told you. This is a different song now. Would you like to reply?
No.
Okay.
The next thing is the lane keep and radar cruise. The lane keep does work very well, but even with my hands on the wheel going straight, like my hands were fully on the wheel, it's telling me to put my hands on the wheel. Maybe my hands aren't heavy enough to put enough weight on it, but it's kind of annoying because like they're there. And like a Maserati, some Chryslers, they'll detect when your hand is on the wheel and you don't need to put pressure on it. So for long hauling straight, like you're gonna have bad habits of just putting your hand and putting pressure on one side just to keep it from beeping if you live with this.
Yeah, it is a very good system, but it's those straightaways that get you.
And the last thing that I don't like is the gauge cluster. It's very smooth, cool graphics and everything, but I just want the speed in the middle. I don't like this weird tack on the left with the 2.2, 2.3, and not saying like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the outer ring, just 0 and 7.
So is that pretty much it of your likes and dislikes?
Okay, no, one more dislike.
Okay.
So when we're using our 360 and reverse cameras, okay, really high res, really nice, good stitching. But when you concentrate on just the one side to see where your wheels are, it superimposes like a graphic over it. Like I actually want to see video of my wheels. I don't want to see video of a graphic of where my wheels would be.
Did that hinder you from parking?
Well, like getting closer to curbs and stuff, I'm like, am I here or am I not? Because I can't see the actual car. All I see is a graphic. You know, like on BMWs, when it's got like the 3D rendering, you're like, am I gonna hit the wheel? Or
is that black spot?
Yeah, I'm like, what is this black spot? I'm gonna have to experiment before I actually use it properly.
Right.
Like, not that I'm gonna worry about like hitting curves with these wheels, but like just in general, it's weird. What if I didn't want to hit a garden?
You gotta avoid gardens.
Someone planted nice flowers. I didn't want to run into them. So with that rant over, we do have some fun things going on in our lives right now. I did have my first child, and now we do have some child-related merch.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's right. You guys can make fun of us and call us the Straight Poops now, but you'll be making fun of us by buying some merch. Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, you can get it in newborn, 6-month, all the stuff that I'm learning about for different baby sizes.
Yeah, come on, guys. Straight Poops.
And we got different colors too.
Straight Poops.
Okay, and then the next random thing, so G-Shock hooked us up with a couple watches. I've got the limited edition Chinese New Year gold red Casio one.
Yes, and I've got the full metal one, but we're actually gonna be doing a giveaway on Instagram. So follow me at TheStraightPipes, that's where the giveaway is gonna be. Also follow Yuri Tereshin, but that's not where the giveaway is gonna be.
But I am going to be giving away this watch to one of my family or friends, because I'm not really a watch guy, but it is a nice gift to people who are super into watches.
Yeah, that's not the official contest.
No, this is just like, I'm just gonna give it.
It's a different watch. Here's the watch I'm showing you guys right now. It looks pretty good.
All right, back to this. This grill is different than the Power Boost one we had. This one's got pins, kind of AMG style.
Well, this is a platinum. We had a limited.
All I know is Raptor's the best.
And then there's actually 11 new grills in this entire F-150 lineup now.
And then as for looks-wise, this is like a grayish one. We've got the FX4 off-road sticker on the back. Overall, looks pretty good.
Well, it's not just a sticker, it's a package. So you get like skid plates underneath, you also get rock crawl mode, you get some stuff like that. And you also get different shocks, which are off-road tuned.
A bunch of things that Truck King Canada will do a lot more tests on than we will, because I'm kind of city slicking with this truck.
Yes, you are.
So check them out if you want to see some hardcore tests.
And one thing about the looks that we didn't address in our last video is the actual wheels. So the wheels look pretty good on this one. Not my favorite, but that's fine. But what they did in the entire lineup is that they actually pushed the offsets of the wheels out, so they made them more flush with the fenders, so they're not like sunken in, almost looking like those like railroad truck kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of look all right. It does look a lot better with my Prowler wheels up against it. But what would be the Continental recommended tire for an Ecoboost F-150?
The Terrain Contact HT.
So before you drive, I want to mention one more thing that I forgot that I really liked.
Okay.
This little slot right here for a cell phone plugged in.
Okay, yeah.
Perfection.
But you can also put it on the wireless charger, which is nice to have.
Or this like phone holder thing here, which isn't as good as the Ram. I like this.
It's nice that they give you like 3 options that are like all good. Plus the cup holder.
Cup holder, and you've got this shifter spot.
Dude, there's like 5 options. Good job, Ford.
6.
6. I mean, you can put them in here too. Look. Oh, man.
Damn!
Rear-wheel drive launch. Definitely not as fast as the all-wheel drive launch, but still fun.
Yeah, anytime tire squealing, that's good.
Yeah, and 500 pound-feet of torque, like that's pretty ridiculous for a 3.5 liter V6.
This has a lot of power.
Yeah, like tons of torque. Love driving this thing. Like this powertrain is fantastic. We have a 10-speed auto. I mean, it does kind of like gear hunt here and there, but it's overall like it's kind of not really noticeable, which is really good. And we do have a bunch of drive modes. So then if we have our drive mode button, I'm not even going to go through them. I'm just going to show you them all. But basically, I've been driving like sport mode all the time, even though you don't really need to drive this in sport mode.
Yeah, I didn't drive it in sport mode at all. Just kept it normal, and the animations between the drive modes are really nice and smooth.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, the only additional mode that you get in this truck is rock crawl with the FX4 package, which is cool that they actually give you an extra mode. And truck people probably care about towing, so this actually has best-in-class towing. 14,000 pounds. I can't even think of what is 14,000 pounds that I'd have to tow. Like a really big trailer with all of our stupid cars on it or something.
Yeah, I actually don't know how to equate 14,000 pounds because I never tow anything, so.
That's a lot. That's like 14 jet skis or something.
14 jet skis.
And this is the Super Crew with the 6.5-foot bed. That's the only way that you can configure this particular model. Tons of room in here, like ridiculously comfortable in here. The seats, love them.
Oh yeah, really, really comfortable. And there's lots of room in the back too.
Yeah, and we have massages. Like, this is so nice to drive. It actually feels very luxurious.
It's way too luxurious for just like an F-150.
Yeah, and the one that we drove was the Limited, which is above this, and I don't feel like I'm getting less in this.
No, exactly.
And even though this is just the EcoBoost, it's not the Power Boost, which is the hybrid, we still do have the optional Pro Power on board, which is a 2-kilowatt system. So we have it in the back, so we have plugs back there. You can plug in your cell phone, you can plug in some little appliances and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have a plug up here, so you can make your shifter go all the way down, flatten this out. and then put your laptop there or some Wendy's and hamburgers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but back to that tailgate, so we also have the regular tailgate features that we have on the other F-150, so the tailgate is the same across the board. So you can clamp your wood down, you can do all your stuff, open your beers, do all that fun stuff.
And if it's nighttime, you have zone lighting all around the truck, which is also very cool to use. It like just brightens everything up around you.
That's a really cool feature. Ooh,
oh, I see how good the headlights look.
Yeah,
Another F-150. That one a different grill though.
Yeah, I don't even know which one of the 11 that was.
Yo, straight up, headlight designs of the year. Once someone makes a mod that connects them from top to bottom, that's going to be killer. Cliche corner, let's go.
Okay, here we go. Full truck send, rear wheel drive, sport mode. Yeah, I mean, it feels like a truck. The power is what you really notice the most, because it just really pulls you through it. Like, it feels like downshifts to the gear that you need it very quickly.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit nicer with the traction off, because I think stability does interfere a bit.
It's
here
a
and
truck.
There. Yeah, they kind of need to do that so you don't roll it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And from my driving position, seeing this platinum logo on the steering wheel is probably one of my favorite things. Like, I know the Limited is above this, but seeing platinum, like, I don't even feel like the Limited is above this.
Yeah, that does nothing for me. But you mentioned that the logo on the steering wheel ain't blue.
Yeah, so I find that kind of interesting.
Hey,
I guess because it's the platinum.
By the way, steering wheel buttons, pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use, because there are some Fords that have like weird rounded buttons. It's
like the Bronco.
Different
this
shapes.
Bronco Sport.
This is nice and chill.
Yeah, and they're huge too, because it's an F-150. And you can use all this stuff with your gloves. Everything's kind of big enough. We do have a bunch of touch buttons. And one of your favorite buttons is the camera button up front.
Yeah, pulling out of a driveway next to a fence, I was looking down at my phone for a bit before I started my day, and then I looked up and like, maybe a small dog walked in front of me or a little kid. Check that. No kids. Continue on with my day.
Hard buttons. Great job, Ford.
Except, okay, when you're trying to like Austin Powers your way into like a spot and you put on the camera for 360, it'll like every time you shift from reverse to drive, it'll like turn off and on. So you have to click that again and again and again. It doesn't just like stay on.
Oh, I see.
So it's like kind of like, maybe that's how the guy got his boat stuck on the canal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
And then this infotainment screen compared to the Mach-E that we're also driving this week, this is like a more normal widescreen one. Do you like this more than the Mach-E stuff?
Oh, way more. This also feels like it's less laggy, even though this system is technically a generation behind the Mach-E one, because that one's slightly more advanced, but this is a better system, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think there's like a hard button to get to home and CarPlay and stuff. I think you just need to like click the buttons at the bottom. But
I did find the button actually, so if you press this one, when your phone is plugged in and you're in satellite radio, this will take you to your CarPlay, but it'll only go to your music and CarPlay.
Okay, you need the start button from Kia. So with everything out of the way besides this cup that fits perfectly and the visor test, 3, 2, 1.
Full pass.
Wait, did we already do this? Didn't I do it?
Might have been
the
another
other car?
video.
Let's get to the price.
This one is $85,825
Canadian.
which is about $10,000 cheaper than the one we drove, and I really don't feel like I'm losing out on that much, only really missing that Pro Power onboard stuff, like the extra stuff.
Yeah, you're missing the hybrid brag, the hybrid flex on everyone.
Yeah, because like, this is a really nice truck to drive, and I enjoy my time in it.
It's cool that people buying F-150s in 2021 are getting to this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you look 20 years ago, like what were you really getting for probably like a similar price compared to this? Well, I don't even know if it was a similar price, probably not even close.
10 years ago was my Raptor, and this interior compared to that.
20 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah, okay, well. Basically, you're getting work truck Chevy models 20 years ago versus this.
Yeah. So let us know what you think of this Ecoboost compared to the Power Boost we drove, and if you've got a baby, check out this merch, and if you want to gift it to someone, check out the merch. We got a bunch of different colors, and
come on, look how cute that is. The straight poops.
Jacob came up with that name. 10 out of 10.
Thank you, Yuri. Yuri designed it though. I came up with the name, Yuri designed it. This is a tag team. This is what we do.
Tag team. It's just us. Oh, by the way, it's just us who run the whole channel. And
yeah, in case you guys were wondering. Yeah. That's why we're so tired all the time.
And we're authentic YouTubers.
Yes, and Yuri has a kid, and I have a kid on the way.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Or as Jacob would say, if you're already watching at this point, you're already subscribed.
Yeah, exactly.
We're preaching to the choir.
What are we, 20 minutes into this video? How long is this video, guys?